I was reading about winter being the best time to sell your house. Is it really? Well, when it comes to real estate in Central Ohio, I care about the numbers. And so I'm always wanting to know the facts.
Right.
People put together these different studies, and it's like, well, what are they studying? How are they looking at the numbers? What's really important here? And what's their motivation?
Well, and by the way, one thing I forgot to mention in the first segment, for those of you who have stayed tuned, and for anybody who is just joining us, go listen to that first segment. But what I forgot to mention about you is that you were a math teacher for 10 years.
10 years.
And therein lies why he likes numbers so much.
I love numbers. I'm an analyst.
Yep.
But you got to have the numbers to back stuff up. So if you're saying something, and you're doing a study, I want to see the numbers. Well, the study I saw, they didn't provide any numbers. They just gave generalities, and so it's always questionable when they do that.
So what were those numbers?
I got to looking at the stats for Central Ohio. What's going on in Central Ohio?
Thank you. That's what
And as you know, we reported a few months back on the average selling price of a home was around $180,000.
Right.
It's actually gone up since then.
Really?
So yeah, home prices have been going up, and
That's
so
good.
it's good to know that home prices in 2014 have gone up on average across Central Ohio 5%.
And that was, wait, how long of a span was that from? Is that the last 3 months?
This is year to date.
Oh, okay, that's
So
why I
year
was
to
like,
date,
really?
and I just ran the numbers like
Okay.
last night.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So it's pretty up to date. So
Okay, good.
So home
That's good news
prices
for-
across
right.
Central Ohio up 5% for the year.
Okay.
I'm getting ready to do the Central Ohio real estate forecast, so I've been looking at the numbers and digging in there as well. You know, another important thing besides, is the house worth more and selling for more? How long is it taking to sell? And that really hasn't changed over the past few months. We're still looking great. It's the average to sell a house in Central Ohio has been 94 days.
Yeah, and some people think that's long, but it's really not.
It's not that long.
No. I mean, 3 months. And I obviously some are going to sell quicker, and it just depends on a lot of different variables.
So is winter a good time to sell your house?
I think it is.
You think it is?
I think it could be.
It could be.
Because
Have you looked at the
less
numbers?
competition.
Well, there are some pros, like less competition, you're right. But get this.
What?
You get less money when you sell your house in the winter, according to the statistics. Matter of fact, in January, you get 91% of your asking price on average. And in June, you get 95% of your asking price. That's 4% difference. So what's a 4% difference?
Are you going to talk about that? Are you
on
refuting what you said earlier then, that what the things were stating, that it is the best time to sell?
It's not the best time to sell.
I would
Winter's
agree.
a terrible time to sell your house.
I wouldn't say it's terrible. I disagree.
Well,
but it's not the best. Yes. I mean, if you have to pick which season, spring and summer are your best.
100%.
Right.
That's it. But why do you like winter? You like winter
I didn't say I
because-
liked winter.
Oh, you
I
don't
just
like
was
winter.
saying that it's because there are some advantages. I mean, if you have to sell in the winter, then there's some advantages to it. Is like you just said, competition. There's not going to be
less
there's not going to be
competition.
50 houses on the market.
There's less competition, but they're selling for less, and that's where it gets
Right,
into what's
right,
important.
right.
What's important to the seller, because we can
Right.
try to sell it for more, or we
Right.
can try to sell it
Right.
faster, and we try to weigh out the considerations that the seller
And some
has.
people don't have a choice, so you got to make the
People have
best
no
of
choice.
it.
That's exactly right. But 4%, if you have a choice,
Right.
4% can be a big difference. Like on the average house, you're looking around $8,000.
Okay.
So it's
Yeah.
a big difference. I'd rather just wait a few months, make another $8,000.
If you can.
If
right.
you can.
Right.
Another thing is it took longer to sell in the winter. So if you're selling a house, the average in January, February, the average in January was it took 122 days. So really you started 4 months prior. So really you're starting in like October to sell it, and
Right.
it took you 122 days to sell
Well,
it,
that
and
makes
it finally
sense.
came up in January.
Because you got all those holidays and
And-
everything else, and
And then
people
February
working
was the
around.
absolute worst at 128.
Well, that I can imagine. Who wants to go out in 0-degree weather in Ohio and look at houses?
Sometimes you
but
have
you can
no
get
choice.
a really good deal if you're a buyer out there.
Well, that's the thing. If you're the buyer, now you're talking.
Right.
Winter is a great time to buy a house.
Well, absolutely.
It's not the best time to
Right.
sell. It's a great time to buy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's a great time to buy. As a matter of fact, we love helping buyers, and we'd love to help you out if you're looking to buy a place. Let me tell you a story. we were shopping. I like to, again, look at numbers. So I'm comparing a $150,000 house in one neighborhood against a $150,000 house in another neighborhood, and looking how they did, you know, when they resold the house. And there was like $20,000 variance.
Why is that?
Well, I think it had to do with the neighborhood.
The location?
So it had to do with the location, location, and location. And sometimes people don't consider this.
Not
They think,
what was in the house, per
well,
se.
right. They're very similar houses. I mean, they were priced the same when they were purchased, but one just sold for $20,000 more than the other.
Wow.
And the reason I looked at that is you want to be concerned when you buy a property. And in this case, both folks I would gather were talking with a builder rep and did not have representation. Or if they did, maybe they were just, you know, they weren't aware of things to consider. I mean, we don't know the market ahead of time in the future, but we just have ideas from past
Sure,
experience,
sure.
and we try to give, you know, our past experience to the buyers so they get an advantage when they buy, so that they get into a situation that's good for them down the road when they sell. You can go to realtyresourceradio.com. We have a staging guide for you if you're looking to sell. We have a real estate market summary that we can put together for you, specific to your neighborhood. We have the one that we've just been talking about on the radio about all of Central Ohio.
We are going to take a vacation over the next couple weeks, and we want to wish all of you a very happy holiday, and we will be back next year.
Yep.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks.